Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about the need for the police to choose between the Second Amendment community or the anti-gun politicians in the cities. Okay, those same politicians that are now throwing them under the bus. Okay, we see that there's a whole bunch of riots going on in the cities, that the police are being attacked and hurt. And the anti-gun politicians are talking about defunding them. They're blaming them. They're completely walking away from them. This is pretty typical of the mindset of those politicians. They're pretty much just using the police as a political vehicle. And right now, it's convenient for them to walk away from them or to be against them, and that's exactly what they are doing. From my side, or from our side, right, the gun community, generally we just want to be left alone to do our own thing, to have fun. Okay, here's the thing: you might have guys that are all decked out in what looks like military gear, and they have like tons of guns and stuff like that, but by now, I think that most police agencies are aware that those guys, right, the guys that are the most decked out in military gear and equipment, are probably the least dangerous to them or to anybody else. Those guys are just trying to have fun, just like I'm trying to have fun. I have all my guns. We might be wearing, let's say, goofy t-shirts like this, but we're just out to have fun. Sometimes we may talk about a second revolution and stuff like that, but realistically, we're too busy having fun with our guns. Okay, a lot of us, we own our property or we go to gun ranges, and we really just want to be left alone to have our fun. Like I was watching videos the other day of police being beat and attacked, and I forget what city it was, and the first thought that came to my mind is, well, I really hope that officer really doesn't get hurt. Okay, but then the second thought that came to my mind is, well, at least the police are now busy dealing with them, that they're not going to come out and bother us, right? They're not going to come out and try to enforce anti-gun laws or red flag laws and harass us otherwise. So that's like where my mind kind of is, and I think that's where the mind of a lot of the people in the gun community is. We want to support the police, but we want them to support us too. Okay, we're not the ones that are going to hurt them. Just like if we look at the Virginia rally that happened back in January, right? You had thousands of people show up with guns, and they were absolutely no threat to the police or anybody else. And when the rally was over, they peacefully left. Compared to what you see going on in the cities right now. So there's a very different mindset, and the mindset is along those lines. We just want to be left alone to have our fun. We're too busy really enjoying our lives, okay, to be bothered by the garbage that's in the cities. That's why a lot of us left the cities, okay? So we really don't want anything to do with that, and we don't want that the city politics coming out into the countryside, right? So we don't want the garbage of city politics intruding in our lifestyle out in the country. All right, so that's where I think that we are with the police right now. I really hope that we don't see any more officers get hurt. I have done previous videos that have talked about ways to reform the police system, and I think the key component to that is the police chiefs of each department should be elected by the community within the precincts or the police departments inside the cities, because that way the police chiefs will be accountable to the people within their precinct directly, as opposed to being accountable to the mayor, because the mayor's concerns are different. The mayors are usually concerned with the city financing. A lot of times they just look at the police as a tax collection agency, and the type of training that police get are more along those lines, as opposed to how to best serve and protect the community. So there are my thoughts on that. I mean, most people in the gun community are not anti-police, and we really want to give them our full support, but we want them to support us as well. We want them to support our Second Amendment rights without compromise. At this point, there's enough AR-15s and 30-round magazines and billions of rounds of ammunition in the country, so that it would be clear that if we were some type of a threat, they would know about it by now. Okay, but clearly we are not. Like I said, we're just out to have some fun. It would be nice if they would just leave us alone to have our fun, and go deal with the crime where the crime exists. So there are my thoughts on that. If you guys have any comments, please put in the comment section. If you're not a member of my channel, please subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon.